EMS 4 received. 282. Available.
Receive engine when you're available. Code 74, 2036.
EMS 6 to dispatch. We are transporting 1 to St. Joseph's, Wayne.
Westchester Avenue, Gleason Avenue, for 5 of Scaffolding. Engine 45?
Engine 45, 10-4 responding.
Ladder 48? Correction, ladder 58?
58, 10-4 responding.
I'm calling on box 2894. That's going to be address 1210 Code Avenue, between Westchester Avenue and Gleason Avenue, 5 of Scaffolding. This is response to box 2894. This information available upon request. 2037 hours, that's 462.
918 to the Bronx.
Battalion 18.
2894. 1 is going to be delayed getting to the box. Coming from the other side.
10-4 Battalion 18. We'll do your 10-12.
Let me see if I could put the volume up a little bit. Maybe zoom out just a tad. We're monitoring Bergen County, Passaic County, New York, Brooklyn, the Bronx. It's going to be a chill night. We're just going to listen, see what's going on around town.
All units, when you are back in service, please advise us. Or you are back in service, please advise us.
It keeps zooming out, and I don't know why.
That's 2 available.
Hopefully the scanner will stay steady right there without zooming out.
96, I'm free for the scan. Should be doing another one on the uptown AC.
4. Elgin, a lift assist. File number is 15168. Time is 2039.
Just check the holder here. Maybe we'll bring it over a little bit this way. There we go.
204.
Oh, that's what it is. It's just checking. It's just capturing the holder there. That's all right. Let me just get this out of the way.
5 in the area of Round Place.
Got Bergenfield in the house.
Near St. John's. Anonymous
Bring that
call is reporting
over.
a loud party in the area.
Of course, there's going to be some loudness because it is Saturday night. Saturday Night Live. Hope I don't get a copyright strike.
be available from Joe's.
Engine 96. Sample engine 96. Sample engine 2894. 204 1 hour.
Maybe we need to avoid the Bronx channel. Doesn't seem to be coming in very well.
Mail, you can continue the bus, you can cancel ALS.
ALS responding to 382 Main Street. ALS responding to 382 Main Street. You can disregard. 704 canceled.
One sergeant.
It's pretty quiet. It's only 8:42 right now. But we'll listen for a little while, see what's going on around town. If you're not from the Northeast, you may enjoy listening to what goes on around here. Hey Ambrose, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. Even if it may be for a little while, it's fine. If you guys need things to do and you got to head on out, that's fine too. You can jump in whenever you want. It's chill. It's a chill vibe. We're just hanging out. All the errands are done. Everything that we needed to do today is taken care of, and now we can hang out for a little while. It is warm out there, so there's a lot of people outside, a lot of people hanging out there, enjoying their Saturday night. I hope you guys are too. It's very quiet, as you can see. There's Hackensack in the house. Let's see what's happening in Hackensack.
Right.
It's quiet in Hackensack. It doesn't get really busy until later on. Last Saturday, it was not that. I think we stayed streaming. We stayed live till about 2 in the morning.
Box 3528. Can we get a 10-7? We don't have anybody here. Step one.
Bill's wearing a black shirt, a red short, Chicago Bull shorts, and a short haircut. He was separated from his mom on the 1 train going towards South Ferry from 137th Street. 6 wire spot in the train as of now. 10-5, you're coming in 2 by 2.
1 Charlie 1.
1 Charlie 1.
So make canvassing in regards. I'm currently on 86 on Broadway. Please let me know when you get an update on spotting the train.
10-4.
Southbound, right?
He has the black shoes with dreads. He was last seen with his parents at a playground right off of Clifton Avenue.
There's Sheriff's Patrol, Essex County.
Do you need all the kind of ways to continue in? Careful. Also the kind of 1-8.
Well, you can put us 10-8 from 2-8 694. And can you give ourselves and Ladder 5-6 the tickets for Garden and Grote? We're going to head back to that location. 56 was involved in a minor accident from that previous box at Garden Street.
10-4, Lieutenant 18. Ticket's coming over. Talk to Ladder 32.
Ladder 32.
7.
Yeah, DEP come out to this box. It's 57 Rockwell Place. Construction workers were using the hydrant. We're not able to shut it down.
Oh, Unit 10-6, I have some jobs I have to put over.
Something going on in the transit over in Manhattan, down in the subway.
Central to Transit Post 409. Hours. Can I get an available District 4 unit at 59 Street on the 4, 5, and 6? That's 59 and Lex, Robert 244. Coming over at 1010 with a knife. This is coming over 911. Get a 4 unit to check and advise.
4 response 1.
4 Lieutenant, 4 response 110-4.
Details on the job,
4 Lieutenant, I have a 1010 with a knife coming over at 59 Street on the 4, 5, and 6. That's 59 Street and Lexington. That's Robert 244.
4 Sergeant.
4 Sergeant, you're right.
10-4 Central Red. Who's going over there, Kay?
I have 4 response 1 going. Can I get a unit to back 4 response 1?
Is the PSD post still over there?
I'm raising Transit Post 409, but there's no response from 409.
4 Deployment Lieutenant, Sergeant.
4 Deployment Lieutenant.
You have description of guard? Scout 61 East 202 Street on the 9-4.
10-4, Ladder 32. Ticket's coming over.
I'm going to take off the New York channels here in a moment. We just hit menu, manage favorite lists, select database, and this is where you pick what you want to listen to. So we're going to take off Bronx. Maybe we'll keep Essex County. We'll take off Newark. It's not that, we don't get Newark that much here in Patterson. We're going to take off Brooklyn and Manhattan. The Muppets take Manhattan. All right, let's hit accept. So now it's only going to pull from those agencies. And you'll probably hear that it'll be a little bit quieter now. Not too much going on. Of course, it's early.
Channel 5. Come in.
Got Sheriff Patrol.
We get an address, child.
I'm gonna have to mute it in case they do public. Kids throwing firecrackers at each other in Branchbrook Park. Glen Rock Fire Department tuning in.
Bridge with fire, BLS Virginia 31, Swan Park, West Tavern, 30 Oak Street, across Franklin, East Ridgewood. 51-year-old female, passed out previously. Still not feeling well. Again, Central, Bridge with fire, BLS Emergency 31, Swan Park, West Tavern, 30 Oak Street. 51-year-old female, passed out previously.
We're paying homage to our first responders in this community and the surrounding communities.
They're all the way in Jersey City, so I doubt the child made it there.
There is a missing child in Branchbrook Park.
Moving there on foot either.
Essex County Sheriff's is looking for a missing child in Branchbrook Park.
Open one.
1 year, responding to 856 River Street. 856 River Street. On a sick person crosses the 2nd and 1st Ave. On a female. Phone number is 15169. Time is 2052.
One received.
Hey Jared, how you doing, man? Yeah, Ambrose. Basically that's the way the scanners sound. You know, even if you had an actual radio, that's how it's gonna sound. Car 5, where are you? Hey Titus, what's up, man? We're just hanging out on a Saturday, just chilling like a villain. Good, Jared. Thank you so much, man. All the errands are done. Get to hang out for a while, listening to the scanner. If I were not live streaming this, I would have it turned on as we're watching TV or binge watching a movie or binge watching a TV show. So I figured, why not do it and hang out with the subscribers as we're being nosy, basically, is what we're doing. We're being very nosy. I tell people I'm community minded, but the reality is I'm nosy. I like to know what's going on around town. There is a missing child in Branchbrook Park, and praying that everything goes well there. So we're monitoring Bergen County, Essex County. Got Irvington in the house, fire dispatch. I'm going to try to do these. It's Saturday when I'm able to. Obviously, if I can't, I'll probably post a...
North Unit 214 X-ray is en route as well. I guess North got the call. I told them your location, so at least he can get the description and put it out to the North Unit so they can assist with the scammers.
This is the Sheriff Patrol Channel 5 that are taking the lead in that missing child in Branchbrook. Make sure we pray for that family in hopes that they find that child.
Hey, Cap, can you check with his clothing? They can get a track on a dog, probably, hopefully. Guess we're back in.
Ooh, Karstad tuning in, joining the fray.
Hold on 1 second, I'm talking to the pair.
I might have Titus. I don't think I got a chance to check the comments yesterday. I'll check it out here. You mean to tell me that was a joke? Just kidding, Titus. Just kidding. I'm just being silly. I'm sure I missed it.
Central. No one. Can you hold me in the area or something? Alright, again, units canvassing, missing a 7-year-old child wearing a brown sweatsuit, black shoes with dreads.
Just hope that that child is with family members.
Myself and 8 hour phone up to Acme. Is there any update, or is he just still inside the store?
Loss prevention officer Omar Dookie. I'll meet you by the front door.
Saddlebrook tuning in.
Mission room office.
Bergenfield there in the house.
Triangle 6. Great. Headquarters, 361. 88. 4 8 report. 360.
Hey Titus, I'm reading your reply. You said he went south when he asked if he can get his ear back.
40 Jack. You go over there at the spot.
Who was that got his ear bitten off? Was that? Oh man, it's on the tip of my tongue. I see his
Manager is
face.
reporting this actor fled on foot prior to our arrival towards
I just have the scanner on at home.
deodorants, bald head.
On the cross for an activated fire alarm. Attention, engine 1, engine 3, ladder 1, battalion 1. You're responding to 591 Market Street.
That's right.
East 22nd and East 23rd Street on the cross for an activated fire alarm. Operator 114, 2058.
I remember people were calling him Evander lost his ear instead of Evander Holyfield. People are so imaginative. I forgot all about that. Evander lost his ear. Hello, Mr. Lost His Ear. How are you?
Headquarters, it's unknown what the exact amount is. He just said he left with pockets full of deodorant.
Someone stole deodorant from a Saddlebrook.
22nd Street and East 23rd Street on the cross. Activated alarm in the basement smoke detector.
You at the rink?
That's a firm.
Alright, you didn't happen to see this missing 7-year-old boy who wandered in there, did you?
Negative, but I'll check again.
Alright, Rashid, thank you. EMS 7's back from Joe's.
We're monitoring Passaic County, Bergen County, Essex County. There's some stations, some agencies that are encrypted that we will not be able to listen to. Passaic is encrypted. Wayne is encrypted. The police departments are encrypted, not the fire departments.
We're face to face, Central.
If you notice, of all the agencies that are that are active right now, Patterson Police is the least active. I do have a mic button on, so if any agency is going to broadcast personal information like someone's name. I'm going to try my best to mute it before that happens. When you're a hobbyist,
have wood frame, not visible from the exterior, establishing command.
when you're a hobbyist in monitoring police scanners, you know, we respect the privacy, we respect law enforcement, we respect first responders. To
2.5-story wood frame, nothing visible, establishing command.
To not repeat what we hear, number one, and number two, not interfere.
They saw him swinging on the swing, and he told his parents he wanted to throw rocks into the pond we have over here. So we're going to check over there. We see that Mariaga just checked down by the boathouse. It was negative, but I'll notify the units on 3. I'll tell them to switch over to 5. Right there.
Headquarters.
Come in, 7-8.
Manager of Acme is unsure of the exact total value of theft. He said he will stop in at a later time once he gets that info. But again, it's a black male, bald head, black shirt, checkered shorts, and black sneakers with glasses. We'll be back in momentarily.
10-4.
So at the Saddlebrook Acme, a person stole some deodorant, allegedly.
Headquarters, lastly, can we just please have the report number? Thank you.
063.
Set off, blow dryer, needs available, command terminated.
A lot of fire dispatch, EMS dispatch in Patterson. Not getting a lot of police dispatch yet, and that's usually the case.
Engine 1, defective blow dryer. All companies available.
Last Saturday it was the same thing. It was very quiet, the radio and for the Patterson agencies. We're just hanging out, listening, just being nosy, hearing what's going on around town. It's 9 o'clock Eastern time here in Patterson, New Jersey. No, Titus, I'm just hanging out at home. Got my scanner in the house. It's illegal for someone without press credentials to drive with a scanner in the car. I mean, people may do it. I'm just saying you're not supposed to. And those of us...
I'm driving on that path now. Check it out.
And those of us that are hobbyists in monitoring radio frequencies, we respect that. We don't do that. We don't... I think I did it once from Clifton. I did it in a video driving home from Clifton.
7-8, we're back in.
But I would not interfere with emergency scenes. You know, if there's an emergency, I wouldn't interfere. You know, I would stay away from it. And I always have my finger on the mic button to turn it off, to mute the transmission if I think that they're going to call out a name. That's right, Titus.
All companies, be advised, we have a possible fire on 211 21st Ave, second floor, Madison Street, B Street on the cross. Stand by for further info. Attention all companies.
Nope, we got a possible fire. Let's pause it on that channel. Not pause the video, the audio, but
Attention all companies, stand by. We have a possible fire on 211 21st Ave, second floor, that's Madison Street and B Street on the cross.
possible fire on Madison and Patterson. Yeah, Titus, usually when all the errands are done, everything is done, we're watching, we're hanging out, lounging in the living room, I'll have the scanner on, listening to what's going on as we binge watch our favorite show, which is The Rookie and Love on the Spectrum. And we'll have the scanner on, just being nosy.
Attention, Squad 6, Engine 1, Engine 7, Engine 3, Ladder 1, Ladder 2, Rescue 2, Battalion 1, Battalion 3, RAC Unit and Fire Investigator. You're responding to 211 21st Ave, 2nd floor, Madison Street, B Street on the cross for a possible fire. Attention, Squad 6, Engine 1, Engine 7, Engine 3, Ladder 1, Ladder 2, Rescue 2, Battalion 1, Battalion 3, RAC Unit and Fire Investigator. You're responding to 211 21st Ave, apartment, 2nd floor, that's Madison Street and B Street on the cross for a possible fire. Operator 114, 2107.
Usually when they report it as a possible house fire, someone will have called and said they saw smoke or smelled smoke in the area. Usually the dispatchers know. Usually the dispatchers will know based on how many phone calls they get and the severity of the callers when they call in. When you hear a fire alarm, commercial fire alarm, those are usually water flow alarms, things like that.
Number again? That's going to be the 2nd floor. 2nd floor.
Command received.
I'm going to keep the fire dispatch locked in for the moment here just to see if, make sure hopefully everyone is safe and that it's not a fire. Usually it's unattended cooking. Hopefully it's something like that. Yeah, people, and this is not, this is legal. People can buy scanners. I used to buy mine at Radio Shack back in the day. And you can still find them on eBay very cheap for like 40 or 50 bucks. A good 20 channel scanner. All you have to do is know the frequencies. You can get that from Radio Frequency, the website, and plug them in to the scanner and just monitor what's going on around town. It's good to be aware of what's happening.
If you want to dispatch.
And we're about to get some news here in a moment.
Engine 1. Need a miracle on 21st Ave.
Did he say miracle on 21st Ave?
Engine 1, can you repeat that transmission? It cut out.
I've heard of miracle on 34th Street. Ba-dum, pss. So far, no updates from the responding apparatus to that call. Titus, you don't remember Radio Shack? You might not be old enough.
Command dispatch, I'll lose engine 3 and ladder 1 for investigation. All companies stage.
Ambrose, that's right. I remember that. You used to buy batteries and they'd ask you for your phone number.
Receive command. Holding engine 3, ladder 1, all other companies get stage.
Okay, looks like it was unfounded, that fire call. Titus, I think you know what Radio Shack is. You're just messing with us.
Engine 1.
Condon. Was the address 211 21st Ave on the second floor?
No, wasn't it Madison?
That's affirmative, Engine 1. That's going to be 211 21st Ave, second floor.
Oh, this must be a different call.
Okay, you can put all the companies out. It's not visible from the exterior. Establishing command.
That's a good sign. I'm going to unlock the frequency now to
Receive.
scan all the other stuff.
Second floor here.
Hope everyone had a great Saturday.
Now, can you repeat that transmission?
This is Battalion 1. Do you have a callback or apartment number for 211 20th Ave? The FOB is a two-story Type 5.
Receive Battalion 1, two-story Type 5. Notes just state that the second floor smells smoke. We'll initiate a callback. Stand by.
Okay, they just confirmed that the caller called in and said they smelled smoke, which is one of the clues when you hear a dispatcher say a possible house fire. Yeah, you're right, Ambrose. They did mention Madison Ave.
Dispatch, do you have a callback number?
Engine 1, we do have a callback number. Stand by. Initiating callback.
Initiating callback.
Dispatch, 211 21st Ave or 20th Ave? Called and no alarm sounded.
Battalion 1, we receive this as 211 21st Ave. Stand by for callback.
I figured that, Titus. Yeah, Radio Shack was the best. I used to get there. I think I got my first computer from there, a Tandy.
North 7th Street on a 6-person, 170 North 7th Street on a 6-person, across Jefferson Street and Lily Street. Jefferson Street and Lily Street. Phone number is 15172-15172. Time is 2113.
I thought I was a technical wizard when I bought a Tandy computer from Radio Shack. All right, Teaneck Fire Dispatch. They're rolling out there. Garfield EMS. Hasbrook Heights Police Dispatch. You notice not much Patterson Dispatch or Police Dispatch so far. I mean, things can go south very quickly. But so far, no Patterson Police Dispatch. Patterson is not without its problems. I'm sure you guys heard of the shooting last week.
Man.
Go for 21st Ave, command.
21st Ave command, be advised. We tried that call back multiple times. The call is not picking up.
Alright, we'll go with a good intent. All companies available.
They're going to go with good intent, which means...
Receive command. We're going with a good intent. All companies available.
Actually, it's very self-explanatory. It just means someone just called, found out that there's no actual fire, and they're probably embarrassed and don't want to pick up the phone now.
Time overshoot. Continue holding me here for location check.
Hopefully they found that boy at Branchbrook Park, that child. Radio Shack had so many things: CB radios, police scanners, computers, PDAs. Hey, I remember those 8-tracks, Titus. I actually bought on Columbia House for a penny, 8 or 12 for a penny. You tape a penny to the envelope and you send it in, and they'd send you 8 or 12 8-tracks of your choice. I remember one of them was Casey and the Sunshine Band. I was a kid. I didn't know what I was listening to. I remember my mom and dad, they had a stereo system with an 8-track cassette player, a regular cassette player, and of course, an album. And we used to have those little round things in the middle for the 45s. And remember the 78 RPMs? Those were weird. Those were like in the middle of the 45s and the long plane. We used to call them long plane. My mom used to call it, "We're gonna buy a long plane," and she was referring to the regular album, you know, the long playing albums. She used to call it a long plane with that thick Puerto Rican Spanish accent. A long plane. My brother and I, we used to laugh and go, "She's saying the plane, the plane." We were horrible little kids. But we're kids, fun times. Long plane. I think I'll buy a long plane. I remember having like the Johnny Cash albums, Freddie Fender albums that my dad would get and my mom. They'd get a lot of the Mexican albums too.
Patrol observation, trigger.
It's Fair Lawn Police.
Where is it?
23, go to dispatch.
Activation, called in from Central Station, reporting first floor east sector.
So far, I've been live streaming for 42 minutes and not one Patterson Police dispatch.
Park Avenue,
I think there might have been one when one of these other frequencies was broadcasting, but nothing like as big as that shooting last week. And that didn't even happen on the weekend. That happened during the week, I think. Oh, wait, it was Mother's Day. Yeah, it did happen on the weekend. It happened on Sunday. The thing with Patterson is that when there's something like a shooting, it's big news. But when you look at 1010 Winds and you see some of these other cities, not throwing shade on any borough in Manhattan, but there's so much of it in those cities that you don't even bat an eye when you hear it. But when it happens in Patterson, it's big news.
Engine 1, Ladder 1, Battalion 1. You're responding to 110 Madison Street. That's Oak Street and Cedar Street on the cross for an activated fire alarm. Attention, Squad 6, Engine 1, Ladder 1, Battalion 1. You're responding to 110 Madison Street, Oak Street and Cedar Street on the cross for an activated fire alarm. Operator 114, 2119.
Usually when you hear activated fire alarm, usually there's no fire.
That's going to be 110 Madison Street, Oak Street, and Cedar Street on the cross. For an activated fire alarm, be advised it's going to be Pole Station Zone 3.
That sounds like that building that used to be a factory that's now multiple buildings in the over there in that I can't remember the name of the section in Patterson.
Veterans Park.
It's the one where Pennington Park is. Usually they'll do, if it's especially that building, they would dispatch something like, "We're getting multiple calls on that fire alarm." You're right, Titus. It was, man. We had everything. We had the comic book stores. We had the ice cream trucks that actually served soft serve.
Detector, attention engine 13, Quincy, taxi deputy, flight 321, Park Avenue, sort of alarm activation. Engine 1 received.
Actually, my hobby of monitoring first responders actually this is a byproduct of incidents that happened when I was a kid. We used to play stickball, and an older gentleman used to listen to the police radio, and we found out later that he was listening to a scanner on his porch, and he told us, "Kids, get out of the road, police are coming, there's a chase going on."
Departure down location.
we did go to the sidewalk, but the police didn't. They didn't come up our block. They kept going down East 18th Street. They didn't go up Van Houten. But I always thought that was pretty cool. And then when I became a teenager, I went into Radio Shack, bought a scanner. Actually, yeah, Titus, I did have an incident come to me. I was driving home from work, and I remember listening to, and this is before I became a serious hobbyist. I was driving home from work, and the scanner, in those days, they used to have the those sting operations, those drug busts, right there for anyone to listen to. And up until that point, I never heard those. So when I heard them, I'm like, oh wow, that's interesting. The problem is, when I first heard the call, it was in the same area that I was driving home in, and they were looking for a red. They were doing surveillance. They were looking at a red Chevy Nova as part of their operation with, I guess, a buy sting or whatever. And I'll never forget this. Big square 1980s detective car pulls in front of my car. I was driving a red Chevy Nova at that time, and car comes in behind me with those lights that you put on top of it. It's like a little bubble light that goes on top of the hood. They order me out of the car. They start searching me, and yeah, I was. It was exciting and nervous at the same time because, you know, obviously, I'm just driving through, and it just so happened that for the very first time I heard those transmissions, and yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking, and I felt bad because I interfered without meaning to. I just happened to be driving. I was coming from Crazy Horse Building behind Haydon by Hinchliffe, and I was coming down, and at the time I lived on East 22nd, so I was coming down Broadway and then taking Madison to get into East 22nd. But yeah, that happened really close. That was the first time, and I felt bad because I don't know if I affected someone's arrest or not, or the guy with the real red Chevy Nova got away, I guess, because of me. I don't know. Yeah, and yeah, Ambrose, I remember the red Chevy Nova, man. I think it was a 71 Chevy Nova I was driving. That was the only time, actually, Titus, that something like that was close to me. Yeah, now it's a good story, but I was actually really scared. And they were not too happy either with me. and I get it. I mean, I get it. I know. It was a perfect storm. I'm listening to the regular police channel because those, I mean, obviously those detective channels are no longer, you know, they don't use those anymore, but to hear that they're looking for that, if I remember correctly, I think the one, I caught the transmission late, and I just heard one of the officers say, all right, we got eyes on it's a red Nova. That's all I didn't even hear Chevy. I heard red Nova, and I didn't even put two and two together that I was driving a red Chevy Nova. But the years were different. They were looking for it was a different year car. Oh, Glen Rock in the house.
Engine to Ridgewood Fire Stop BLS, Engine 35. Family of caring, 304 South Vending, Grove and Laurel. A 96-year-old female is going to be in room 107 Delta. They're looking for transfer because their party has a lower GI bleed. No symptoms changed. Central to Ridgewood Fire Stop BLS, Engine 35. 304 South Vending, room 107 Delta. A 96-year-old male, lower GI bleed, 2126.
That's true, Ambrose. Can you imagine if one of those retired officers or one of my subscribers and they're hearing my story and they go, "That was you? You idiot? You cost me an important bust." Oh, man. I got to tell you, though, I couldn't sleep that night because you think of how things can go really wrong in those kind of situations, right? Because the car pulls in front of me, those big square cars of the 80s, you know, they would pull in front of you, and a bunch of guys in plain clothes, mind you. These cops did not have uniforms on, and I don't remember them having their guns drawn either, which is weird. You know, I don't remember that part, but you know, it was nighttime, and he orders me out of the car. I got out quick. And it wasn't like you see in the movies, like a felony stop, keep one hand on the steering wheel, put the other hand on the outside and open the door, you know, make sure you show us your hands. No, it was not that. These guys opened my door. They came over and they just opened my door and just grabbed my arm. I'm coming out. I'm not gonna. I came out. I was not gonna, because I knew, you know, knowing what they were doing, I knew what they were looking for, and I showed no resistance. I'm like, yep. They patted me down. They looked in the car. Everything was fine, and they told me, "Yeah, get out of here. I'm like, "Yes, sir." I said, "I'm out of here." But all that night, I kept thinking, what if these were not nice officers and put something in my car, right? And say, you know, I found this, you know, in your car. You know, that could have gone very bad really quick. But they were very firm, I should say. But I did feel bad that I interfered without wanting to. It wasn't my intent. I was driving home and I was going down Broadway. You're right, those Crown Victorias. I think those were they Crown Victorias? Yeah, right? It was yeah, it could have been. But then again, you kind of wonder, would they be using those doing like surveillance and sting operations? Because they're so obviously police officers if they do that. I would imagine if you're an officer and you're doing a seller or buyer sting, you would use regular cars, I think. But they were not happy, but they were very professional, and you know, in spite of the stuff that they had to do to make sure I wasn't one of the bad guys, because they had to make sure, you know, they can't just treat me, you know, all nice and stuff, because I might be someone that wants to do them harm. So they have to take control of the situation before things go crazy. So I understand that. But that was it. No, in all my years, that was the only time. I think this is the moment in the live stream that we're going to put the Patterson Police Channel up for a little while to see if anything's actually going on in the city. We'll just wait to see it pop up again. We got Patterson, but this is, let's see. Hold on, let me do it from this side so I don't block the screen. Next. There we go. We're gonna lock the police dispatch frequency for a little bit, see if anything pops up. tripod a little bit over to the left. I would have, if I would have known that was gonna happen. I would have had a dozen donuts waiting in the car. Let me move it over a little bit more. So far it's really quiet. The police dispatch. They have to bag the donuts for evidence. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, those I don't know, the donuts don't seem like they're good anymore. I kind of prefer Krispy Kreme now, but back in the day I used to love the Bavarian cream and the jelly donut from Dunkin' Donuts with a light and sweet coffee. That was my go-to. But I hear they don't even make the donuts in those shops anymore, that there's a centralized place that they're made and then shipped to the individual Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know if anybody knows, can confirm or deny that. That's just what I heard. All right, couple of minutes in so far. Patterson Police Channel is quiet. There was more activity in Saddlebrook than there was in Patterson. Yeah, it's very quiet so far. In case you're wondering if the mic is muted, it's not. Usually when I do a live stream like this, I usually like to go about an hour to as a foundation. And then from there, I'm not sure how much longer we would go. I don't like to keep people too long. You know, the good thing about these kind of live streams is that you don't necessarily have to watch the phone as you're in the live stream, or if you're in the chat. You don't actually have to watch the video. You can be in the live stream and just go about your day. You can be watching TV. Yeah, you can be watching a movie and just have the live stream on in the background. It's not like you have to watch a video. Yeah. So far, all of the calls were non-Patterson based. What's MTG line? Titus, what is that? The glass in the MTG line? Oh, I see what you're saying. A glassed in MTG line. Is that like a... What am I thinking of? What's the word? Oh man, I'm getting old. I'm losing my words. I know these words. Assembly line. A donut assembly line? I don't know. Oh, manufacturing. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Don't mind me. When it gets late, I start getting a little wonky. So far, I think we've had the Patterson Police Dispatch channel locked in for about 5 minutes, right? And it's quiet. It's boring. Maybe get crazy. It'll probably get crazy later. But I mean, we did have it on till like 1 in the morning last Saturday night. I don't know if I'll stay up that late tonight. I mean, there are people sleeping in the house. I have to be very careful. I'm in the studio, but the walls are thin. I don't have one of those studio things where it's soundproofing the walls. I'm not a professional. Intelligence doubles in the morning. That's a good call, Ambrose. And on the flip side, it gets divided by 2 at night. Yeah, I'm just a dummy with a phone and a scanner. That's my studio. I don't know if you noticed in the beginning how it was zoomed out. It's just like on one of these little Sterilite drawers here, which is next to the chair. It makes a great table, though, I have to admit. This is where I record the baseball games for the channel. For those of you who are baseball fans, I hope you guys are enjoying the baseball games on the channel that I throw up, not throw up, that sounded disgusting, that I upload, that I throw on the channel on the odd number days. I'm considering uploading a few games in the 1927 Yankee series, like in that season where you get Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. What are we in there now? 7-8 minutes now with the Patterson channel. I mean, that's a small sample size. I mean, it's a long night, right? Anything can happen. It's just, I find it comical when someone says that Patterson is so dangerous, when I listen to the scanner every weekend and all the other surrounding towns are more active than Patterson is. I saw the movie Patterson. I don't remember the bar. I remember a laundromat scene. All right, Patterson's pretty quiet. We're gonna unlock Patterson now. We're gonna listen to the other communities that are a lot more active than we are. I wonder what was the name of that bar. Look at that, Fair Lawn Police dispatched before we did. The entire hour we were here.
Route 46 West, please.
Oops, Saddlebrook in the house. I was thinking, Ambrose, last week I said maybe Patterson got so bad that the police station fell to all the criminals, and they took control of the police department, or that there's complete devastation out there, that nothing is working anymore. I made that joke. Yeah, Patterson gets a bad rap. That would be hilarious if they did close. Oh, we got Karstad in the house.
Did you do those or no?
When you see that I highlight
Negative. If you want me to do.
when you see that I highlight the agency, it locks it in so that it stops scanning, and you can just monitor that station for a minute. All right, let's unlock Karlstad. Carl.
Craig Road, caller reports she's got a small fire on her gas grill.
I'm surprised if you don't, if you're barbecuing and you're on a cookout in your backyard, wouldn't you have like a fire extinguisher nearby or something?
Also,
Arrested.
We'll go to about 10 o'clock tonight. Oops, fire dispatch. Oh, that's for that backyard grill. Ooh, loud.
Fairlawn Police, Fairlawn Fire Department, Company 4 and Company 2 needed to respond. 14-19 Craig Road for a gas grill that is on fire, not near the home. Fairlawn Police, Fairlawn Fire Department, Company 4 and Company 2 are needed to respond. 14-19 Craig Road for a gas grill that caught fire, not near the home at this time, 2142.
Yeah, that's what they were doing. Had a little barbecue going. And they didn't invite any of us. I remember having a fire extinguisher, the two of them. One of them was an A, a B, and I think a C one. But we would always have an extinguisher nearby when we were barbecuing in the backyard. Yeah, so I think we're gonna go till about 10 o'clock. Nice 2-hour show.
Receive 243, you got a district and close coming in.
I don't know if we can call this a show, right? You know, there's I do watch those live on patrols, and I do follow a Ramsey County Sheriff's Department. He live streams his patrols on Friday nights, but he has the video. He has the camera on his dashboard, and he's driving around St. Paul, Minnesota, and you know, all over Ramsey County. Now that's a show. And also on Patrol Live. This is Saturday Night Live. Hi, I'm Freddie, and this is Saturday Night Live.
Copy. Coming off Corbella Ave, Lodi.
Saddlebrook police have been way busier than Patterson. Just saying.
We'll be responding to 338 present.
10-4 EMS 1, second floor. Medics are dispatched. Are we responding Craig Road? Receive one more Park Ave.
We should go to that Fair Lawn address and say, can I have a hamburger? A bratwurst? Yep, Bergenfield tuning in. They're chiming in on this Saturday Night Live. I think something like 8 to 10 would be a good schedule, right, for these lives when I'm able to do them. I don't really go gallivanting much around town. Usually Mrs. Cardona and I, we just sit down and watch a good movie, order in. Yeah, not too well done. I don't want to order a hockey puck. I also don't want to order a pet either, though. I don't want it to go ouch when I bite into it, but definitely don't want a hockey puck. I forgot who used to say that. It was Elvis used to order and would tell the server, he wanted his like charbroiled. He goes, I don't want a pet.
10.338 President Street, second floor.
He wasn't ordering a pet at the restaurant. And we continue to try and see if anything's popping off in Patterson. And nothing is. So far. I mentioned this before. It can go south real quick. There's Saddlebrook.
Gracie, AOS 101 and the rig. It's going to be apartment number 5. 338 President, apartment number 5.
Let's keep Saddlebrook on, just for laughs and giggles for a little while.
Receive. The patient's alert, conscious, breathing. We're out with them.
It's good that police respond to a lot of emergency health, like healthcare type calls, because it's true. They're always the first one on scene, and a lot of them are trained and they have defibrillators, things like that. Got to give it up to our first responders, man.
Copy my last.
I'm in here in the studio, listening, watching TV. Got my fan on. Gonna turn the air conditioner on after the live stream. I don't turn it on now because it'll probably be too disruptive. But we get to chill and hang out and laugh and have a good time. And while these guys are out there going back and forth, saving lives, putting out fires, putting bad people away. Hey, Eric. Hey, Eric. Yeah, you got me live, man. Welcome to the stream. We stayed up, and I think, Eric, you were with us last Saturday, right? I think. I stayed up till about, I think, 1 in the morning. I was thinking of cutting it short around 10 o'clock, a good 2-hour stream, a 2-hour show. Yes, that's right. Yes, Gina. It's been quiet here again in Patterson. We had Patterson on for about 10 minutes. See if we get a call, but nothing happened. All right, Saddlebrook has gone quiet. Maybe we'll try Patterson again.
We're back in.
Hasbrook Heights chimes in. Bergenfield. Let's stop on Bergenfield for a moment. Let's see what's happening in Bergenfield. Let's all hang out in Bergenfield for a little while. It's broadcasting at a very low volume. As more and more of these departments become encrypted, the only thing we'll be able to monitor are the fire calls and the EMS calls and the SPEN calls. Nope, Bergenfield is quiet. Right, let's see if we get Patterson. So the way to do it is next. There we go, Passaic County. Then we go municipalities, lock Patterson in, and now we're gonna lock police dispatch. We're gonna lock that in. See if anything pops off here in the next 5 minutes. Ooh, I heard something. Every so often in the stream, what I will do is I'll lock in Patterson Police Dispatch for a few minutes, just to give them a chance to chime in. I'll be back, guys. I'm gonna take a walk around the house to see if there's anybody awake, see if they're all asleep, which means if they are, I'm gonna have to talk very quietly when I come back. Let me turn off those so you can hear the entire list of agencies we're scanning, and I'll be right back.
You said it's to cancel ALS? ALS 704 responded to 273 Main Street. In disregard by EMS call. Receive cancel, thank you. And round to engine 43. Engine 43, stand by for signal 5. It's going to be an assist, retrieving keys from a sewer drainage, 1277 Springfield Avenue. And round to engine 43, you'll be responding 1277 Springfield Avenue, 1277 Springfield. Patent in place to Sanford Avenue and across. This will be in the area of the home liquors. A report of key needing to be retrieved from the sewer drain. That's key retrieval from sewer drainage. IPD was notified. Your time, 2154.
Friends from ladder 41, that's a ladder call. Ladder 41 will take that in. Can I get a repeat on the numeric?
Yeah, receive, you got it. It's going to be 1277 Springfield Avenue, 1277 Springfield. And of course, engine 43, stand down.
Clear at this time. Standing down.
Go ahead.
Found nothing. Clear and available.
Receive.
Get at it. Yes, sir.
All right, I'm back. Did I miss anything good?
Go for 901.
I might be able to get Livingston, Eric.
Stand by 901.
I don't know if they're too far or not, but I will. Livingston is what, Morris County or Essex?
Baker 5 headquarters, I'm gonna back in. 2157.
Let me see if it's programmed in here. There's Essex. These are the municipalities. Oh, wait, that's Irvington. East Orange, Bloomingdale, Belleville, Nutley, Montclair, Irvington. Nope, it went back. So I don't have it programmed into this list. But if something happens, then I can get it programmed into here, I'll add it to the list that we monitor. Ooh, Irvington.
PD is on scene. Unknown if it's male or female.
Oh, we got Patterson
Phone number
EMS.
is 15175 Time is 21:58.
Live from Patterson, it's Saturday night.
They have to leave.
Sorry, that was my Chevy Chase impression.
Dispatch to EMS 7.
For 7.
EMS 7, you're disregarded by PD.
I'm going to keep Patterson on. I wonder if they're encrypted. I don't think so, because I was hearing them the other day while I was at work. Sometimes I'll bring my scanner to work, especially when it's like really bad weather. Let's see how crazy Patterson can get in the next few minutes. We're monitoring Patterson, Passaic County, Bergen County, Essex County. We were monitoring Morris County, but I turned that off for now. We're trying to get to see some more. We're trying to get to see if we get any Patterson stuff. It's pretty cool. We actually got up to 11 viewers this time. And I never anticipate many viewers because I don't really announce these. I mean, I did say that I was going to live stream Saturday, but come on, it's Saturday night, it's warm. No one wants to get tied down to a YouTube video. But, yeah, I'm surprised. I'm happy with that. I mean, even if I wasn't live streaming, I'd still have a police scanner on as I'm watching TV with the missus. So I actually do this quite often in the evenings. I just don't live stream it. Last Saturday was really the first time that I decided to live stream my monitoring activities. So for Patterson, we have, let me show you the agencies that we have that might, they might broadcast. We've got Fireground. That's usually when the fire apparatus, when the fire personnel are at a scene, they're talking with each other. That's not on the main channel. You got DPW. I don't know if that's active or not. School security. Police, Channel 4 detectives. Don't know if that's active or not. Police Channel 2, when they call in a plate to check it or call in a driver's license. And then police dispatch. And of course, the next one should be fire dispatch. So all that stuff, and EMS. So when this down here is not in yellow, it's because it's scanning all of the Patterson channels. Yeah, Titus, because I never did mention when I was going to go live. I just mentioned that I would probably go live on Saturday night. And the good thing is, you guys can still have your Saturday nights because you don't have to actually watch the phone or the computer or the TV. If you have the channel, if you have my channel on your television, you're not really needing to be tied down to the video. It's really just audio based at this point. You can just listen to the audio as you're going about your evening. If you're hanging out at your local tavern, having a couple drinks, you're listening to the police scanner while you're having your drinks, or if you're at a restaurant or in the gym, working out, getting the muscles strengthened, you could be listening to the local first responders in the Northeast. I've already had a few people mention to me how surprised they were at how quiet Patterson is. Yeah, Patterson has issues like any other city, but it's not as severe as a lot of people think. There's other communities that are a lot more active. I don't like to use the word dangerous, but there's other communities in the Northeast that are way more active than Patterson is. But nobody says that those communities are, you know, garbage dumps or anything like that, or dangerous, the most dangerous place in the world, even though they're more active than Patterson is. So far, it's quiet in all three agencies, EMS, fire department, and police. So far, I think we've had the Patterson frequencies locked in for about another, what is it, 5-6 minutes now, I think.
Dispatch to EMS 5.
Okay, we got something, EMS.
5 responding to 185 East 31st Street on Asthma, close to 12th Avenue Broadway, on a 22-year-old male. 185 East 31st on Asthma, close to 12th Avenue Broadway, on a 22-year-old male. Phone number is 15176, time is 2205.
5 received.
God bless those first responders going out there to help that gentleman. You know, we throw, not us, but, you know, some people will throw shade at our first responders, and God bless them, you know. They're out there. This gentleman dealing with this asthma situation, you know, he's going to get the help he needs now. Someone's going to come to him and help him out. Hey, Gina, welcome. We were asking about you, Gina. So far, we've been here about an hour and a half, Gina, and we did not get not one Patterson police dispatch. I'm starting to think they're encrypted, but I searched it, I researched it, and it's saying that they're not encrypted. Hey, Gina, we're live from Saturday night. Sorry, I had to try on my Chevy Chase impression on you there. Hi from New Jersey. It's Saturday night. Well, I'm gonna fix the. Okay, there we go. I've kept Patterson locked in just to see if anything pops off tonight. I had intended to go for 2 hours between 8 and 10, but I'm having too much fun. I did check the house and people are still awake, so I can speak regularly. When you guys hear me talking in a golf voice, you know that people are sleeping. So I need to be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Meh. I don't think I'm leaving here until I get one Patterson Police Dispatch broadcasted. We might be here for a very, very long time.
EMS 4 to dispatch. 4 is back on the sign, RMA.
That's okay, Gina. The live stream usually it stays on the channel in the live tab on the channel. Just ignore the very beginning. I was zoomed out and you get to see my drawer. I don't know, I think you might even see my toes in here because it was zoomed out so you can see the floor too. I didn't have my shoes on. Actually, it wasn't really that active. There was a missing boy at Branchbrook Park. Let me see. I think Ambrose. Let me go up to the chat. So we had oh yeah, in Saddlebrook, there was a suspect stole a bunch of deodorant from the Acme in Saddlebrook, and sadly, a missing kid in Branchbrook Park. Hopefully they did find him. And smoke reported on the second floor in Madison Ave in Patterson, but I think they didn't. It was nothing. There was nothing. It was someone who thought they saw smoke. We're just keeping Patterson on for now. Gina, one of the good things about these live streams, I was telling the other guys that it's not like you have to be tied down to the device because it's not video based. It's really just audio based. You can theoretically have it on, as you're watching a movie or making something, or working on a project. And this is usually what I do. Once everything's done, we're home, we pop in a movie. I'll have the scanner on. I'll be listening to what's going on. The only difference is I'm sharing it with you guys. I don't know. I'm thinking, what if Patterson is encrypted now? But I could have swore I heard Patterson calls throughout the day, Oh no, Gina, don't let your phone die. No.
EMS 5 dispatch. What's the ETA at ALS?
ALS 701. ALS 701. What is your ETA?
I wonder how the Mets did tonight. Let me check. I think they got hammered by the Yankees. Hey, I just found out Aaron Rodgers might sign a 1-year deal with the Steelers. They're in the bottom of the 8th, Mets 6, Yankees 3. I know we got rocked by them yesterday. Oh wow, Gina, yeah. Don't know if I saw that. So just for privacy reasons, we don't want to mention the year that she graduated. But I will say that it was a lot later than the year we graduated. I will say that. Maybe if we ever meet up and we discuss stuff, we can go into a little bit more detail, which I wouldn't mind. But yeah, it was a lot later than us.
5 dispatch, you got ETA and LS?
ALS 701, what is your ETA? ALS 701, what is your ETA?
What is your ETA, 701?
LS 701, we're at Broadway, East 22nd.
See, they heard me. That's why they answered, because they heard me. Thanks, Gina. I appreciate that. Yeah.
5 received, thank you, we'll wait.
Yeah, if we ever do a meet and greet and we meet up, then yeah, we could definitely discuss all that cool stuff. You know, there's always that Kennedy East Side rivalry, but I like Kennedy because that's where my baby love graduated. So I am an honorary knight. She's an honorary ghost. I mean, even if Patterson was encrypted, right? And there would be a lot of issues in Patterson, like shootings and all that stuff. EMS is still active. You would know that they would send EMS to these places if there were actually a lot of like dangerous things, you know, because you hear people, you know, Patterson is the most dangerous city in New Jersey. You know, they compare us to a third world country, or what's the other word, a garbage dump. You know, they compare us to Camden. It's so dangerous, you can't drive into Patterson because you'll die if you go to Patterson. And you're listening to EMS in Patterson. And last week, I think we were on to like 1 a.m, right, Gina, if I remember correctly? But yeah, if Patterson was the most dangerous, you would think EMS would be so busy, and they're constantly busy on the radio, picking up dead bodies and shooting victims and mugging victims, right? But you're seeing here that, I mean, you know, we know what happened Mother's Day. There was a shooting. And that's the thing with Patterson. When there's a shooting in Patterson, it's big news. When there's a shooting in like Brooklyn and the Bronx and in the subways, or a stabbing in the subways, it's not big news because it happens every day over there. It's just not big news. That's just the reality. A shooting in Patterson does not happen every day. People think it does, but it doesn't. Oh yeah, I got an earful the next day. How loud I was. I gotta lower my voice. But I went out there to make sure everything was okay, and she was still awake, so. Yeah, and I understand, Gina, that they would say that because, you know, when YouTubers go into Patterson, all they do is they title their videos, Patterson is a war zone. Patterson is the most dangerous city in New Jersey. And that's not fair. It's not accurate. I mean, we know it's not the safest city in the world either, but it's not as bad as it's painted. That's all. As you can tell right here from this scanner, I've been on now for almost 2 hours, and you guys are listening to EMS right along with me. And even if Patterson,
EMS 4.
watch this be something serious now after all everything I just said.
4. You're responding to 117 Fair Street. Apartment 2 on an unconscious person crosses Patterson Street and Straight Street. Apartment 2 on a 52-year-old female. Had a seizure. She is breathing.
She has a seizure. A seizure.
177 time is 2218.
See, these are the things that happen in every city. A female with a seizure. I don't think Passaic is that bad either, Gina, to be honest with you. When Passaic used to be on, they're encrypted now, but when they used to be unencrypted, Passaic did not have that many really serious calls either. But I definitely get it, though. You know, you're not going to go into any city at 2 in the morning and feel safe, no matter what city you are in. All right, I'm going to unlock Patterson so we can hear other agencies. It's not fair to the other agencies that we're not giving them screening time. Hackensack Police in the house. I might have to add some music to the live stream. We can start dancing.
That's the EMS 4. Female is now conscious.
Uh-oh.
Female is now saying her name.
Okay, she is conscious. Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool, Gina. That's a good piece of history right there.
Spoke with the resident. He's lowering.
Eric, I did a video there at Calvary Cemetery. If you get a chance, type in on YouTube, Pride in Patterson, Calvary Cemetery. My brother is in the other one that's there.
Start making their way to that area, please. Anyone close to that?
This is the agency that was looking for that 5-year-old boy in Branchbrook Park. Oh, wow, Sean, really? Wow. That was my nightmare. I was afraid of that. Thank you for that information. We'll still have EMS though and fire, and we can still get a gist of what's happening in Patterson with the EMS and the fire department.
Which Chinese restaurant? You got a side street on that?
Yeah, it must have been because I remember, Sean, that I heard them not too long ago.
There's one by North 5th Street. You want to check that one out? North 5th and both of that.
Well, that's sad. That makes me sad. Yeah, Passaic is encrypted. Passaic, Wayne, and now Patterson. Yeah, I know, right, Gina?
Squad 24, you're available, 2221.
Well, no more bragging rights that Patterson Police Dispatch is so quiet. Is your name Sean? Am I pronouncing that right? Yeah, that's the thing with encrypted channels, that we still have EMS, we still have fire department, and we still have SPEN. From what I heard from a detective, that a lot of the agencies still use SPEN when there's a activity that's going to cross city lines, you know, from one to another. When one agency is looking for a car that's running, you know, or they're in pursuit of a car, they'll go on SPEN and broadcast that there. So yeah, the hobby is definitely dying out a little bit. You know, I've been scanning, like monitoring the scanner for years, since I was a kid, and the hobby is dying out a little bit, but it's always going to stay strong with us hardcore hobbyists. And like I said, Sean, I like to just listen to the scanner every night, but now I know that there will be no more police calls in Patterson, my favorite agency. Yeah, Titus, actually, it was actually really cool in fire dispatch in Garfield. I worked in Garfield. Let's see what's going on.
Fire comms to rescue engine 3 and engine 1. Respond to 50 Grand Street and the attic floor for a lift assist with the BLS unit.
Okay.
Fire comm to field. Rescue engine 3, engine 1. Respond 50 Grand Street, attic floor for a lift assist with BLS. Dispatcher 428 is clear at 2224.
You're right, Sean. I used to have an old 1970s crystal scanner. And
hey, did somebody go inside and inquire? See if they had anybody go in there matching that description?
And in Fairlawn, there used to be a radio shop that used to sell these crystals. And I remember buying.
I'm right there. I'll check right now.
I remember buying the Patterson crystal, the police dispatch, and the fire dispatch. It was only like a 4-channel, like you could only get 4 crystals for it, but yeah, I remember that. I think I did a video. If you get a chance, type in Pride in Patterson 1970s police scanner, and you'll see it. You'll see it in that video. If any of you guys do that, let me know that you did it and then you saw it. It was like a wooden, like a radio, basically, like a AM/FM wooden radio, you know, with wooden panel, like a wooden paneling face. I guess I can't describe it that well. But yeah, I think it had like 6 buttons, but I only really used 3 of them. And it would scan once you put the crystals in. No, this was like a hobby shop off of River. There's a diner on the corner there on the left. If you're going north on River, there's that famous diner there in Fairlawn. I made a right, and it's right across the street from the bank is on the other corner. And then on the side where the hobby place is, or the like electronic place, or it was like a communication place. They sold CB radios, ham radios, anything electronic like that. It was a little mom and pop store. All right, Gina, get that phone charged up.
You're responding 50 Grand Street. Your cross streets are going to be Cambridge and Palisade Ave.
I don't remember what that crystal cost me though. It was like $4 or something like that. Who knows? Looks like I'm going way past 10 o'clock tonight. I'm going to get yelled at tomorrow morning. Could be. I don't remember the art studio. Like, I only remember on the corners of River Drive and that side street. It's a main site. It's a main road, by the way. It's not a side street. I don't know if it was Fairlawn Ave. But definitely the diner's on the one corner. The bank was on the corner as well. If you make a right it would be on your left. If you're going north on River and you make a right on that corner, that little shop was on the left. It was like a tiny shop. I couldn't even remember it, Titus. I couldn't even remember the name, to be honest with you. That's how far back it was.
Negative, she does not have a cell phone. Okay.
I think James Polk was still the president at that time.
Head over to 2502 High Street on the outside. Speak to the caller. Apparently there's the elderly gentleman outside her home. Seems to be confused, not sure where he lives. 41 if you want to go with him.
There. I just got a text says it's basically an ATRA.
They need assistance because it's a tight walkway, very hard to get through, so they needed assistance.
Okay.
James Polk. Oh wow, Gina. Yeah, Midland Ave is a very busy thoroughfare. So that was it, Sean. Fairlawn Avenue. Welcome back, Gina. Yeah, James Polk was the president when I was doing all this stuff.
Okay for a pickup at 202 Essex.
Hackensack chiming in. What's up, Hackensack? Please, at least you're not encrypted. I guess I do understand why they had to do that, right? I mean, sometimes, people who are really big on their rights to know what their police department is doing. I understand that, but I also understand that police officers are in danger when they're out there, and they have to stay as safe as possible.
Pulaski to Central. My best location on the parking is approximately 1 mile into Branchbrook Park, more towards Belleville. They said near the lake.
Oh, I'm gonna pause it there to see what's going on. Oops, Bergenfield. Nope. Yeah, Gina, sadly that is true.
439 headquarters.
Oh, Fairlawn.
Well, you can contact the super for these apartments and see if they have an address for Peter Arimovich.
Yeah, see, this is the tough part about monitoring a scanner, is that sometimes they will call out a name, and I didn't catch it in time to pause it, but these broadcasts are not private. That's the thing, they are in the public arena. But still, I don't like it when the name gets through like that, because we try to respect everyone's privacy. I mean, anyone with $20 can go on Amazon and buy a scanner and listen to this stuff. But I'm glad that at least, we have subscribers that are very respectful and would not do anything with this information. So that's good to know. Oh, Garfield's back on.
Yeah, 22. Gracie.
Well, you know what? We don't get Patterson. Let's throw some New York in here. Let's go to menu. Manage favorite lists. If anyone is curious, this is called the Home Patrol 2 right there. You can pick this up on Amazon. I'm not a sponsor, by the way. They're not sponsoring me. I just love this scanner. Manage favorite list. Select database. Use multiple lists. Let's add Newark. Let's add Brooklyn, Manhattan. Let's do Queens. I should do the Bronx. You can hear maybe the cops, maybe the Mets and Yankee fans out there fighting. We can hear that. It's so cool. All right, what else? Morris County. Morris County is probably very quiet. Let's accept. Maybe we can hear some Yankee fans and Met fans fighting in the outside in Queens. All right.
Great.
Did I get that right, though?
I just put it out to Belleville. I'm trying to get in touch with NJIT now.
Yeah, I think I did accept it. Yep, we did. There's a transit. The subways.
Response 2.
Sean, you hit it right on the head, pal. When I was a kid,
Sure, the answer's gonna be 92.
I would be listening to the scanner. I interviewed.
Which stop is the 96?
The 1050 Central, Essex, 1050.
10-4.
I interviewed with Mayor Graves
That's that unit?
when I applied for the police department in Patterson. I had to interview with him.
202.
Wait, Eric, are they on strike now?
Coming in here.
10-4.
Sergeant Central.
2 Sergeant.
75 Sam Canal in the J.
10-4.
Let's see, New York. Let's see what channels we can get in New York. You got precincts 19 and 23. Oh, wait, hold on. 1, 5, and 7. Precincts 20. Precincts 26 and 30. I wonder if all of these are encrypted, though. I'm going to keep the main thing going and see if we get any of those precincts. I'd be interested in knowing. Wow, Eric, that came at the worst possible moment with the World Cup soccer stuff coming in. I'll probably program the, since a lot of the police departments are going encrypted, I probably will be programming a lot of the fire frequencies into the scanner.
Sure, it varies from 59 to 145 on the Charlie. Thank you.
We're hanging out in New York now for a little while. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna leave the studio for a moment to see if everything is still safe and I can talk a regular volume, making sure no one's asleep. I'll be right back.
An available District 4 unit, respond to 125 on the 456, Wolf Robert 258 for a 1010 missing youth. Coming from 6 Wire, elderly female, she lost 2 kids, 14 years old, 19 years old girls, on a northbound 4 at 1930 hours. This was at 77th Street. 10-4. And I have available units along the 456 line, Kansas,
Fourth Sergeant.
Fourth Sergeant.
Sergio, is that a northbound train, southbound train? Did the kids get on the train or they were in the station? What's the description?
This is a northbound 4 train that they got on at 77th Street at 1930 hours. The descripts are female black, wearing black t-shirt, light blue jeans, and black sneakers. Bridget Williams, female black, 9 years old. Adriana Williams, wearing white shirt, blue jeans, black sneakers. Female black, 14 years old.
Sergeant.
Okay, only the first two.
Fourth Sergeant.
Fourth Sergeant.
Sergeant, can you put that description over my hand radio as well?
And 4.
Don't you said 1930 hours?
Affirmative. The job has just come into my queue.
What did I miss in New York? Anything good? Sounds a little quiet though. All right, let me turn off. Oh wait, battery charge. Yes, keep charging. Yes. Okay, let me turn that. Let me unlock that. We can go back to Essex and Essex County. Oh, we got Queens Dispatch. Are the Mets and Yankee fans fighting?
446.
I can hear I can sense it. Yankee fan beats up Met fan, or vice versa.
389, if you can update EMS and PD that we were able to move all the vehicles off the Long Island Expressway at exit 28. Go to 18 for a 36-3, 53 on Kenny. Cool.
To Crime Reduction 3, Central.
To Crime Reduction 3.
95 Ocean, West 4, northbound 40.
We're going to hit avoid New York for now. That's a temporary avoid. Yeah, Garfield is very congested. It gets very difficult to drive on Outwater Lane during rush hour. Oh, Fair Lawn in the house. Oh man, Gina, I could imagine those Sunday night dinners in Garfield with all those fresh vegetables from the garden.
Brooklyn Bridge on the 456. Booth Robert 210, 54 unconscious on the southbound flat.
Got an unconscious person on the Brooklyn Bridge.
This is coming from 6 Wire.
You have a bus and route?
We're going to temporarily avoid New York for now so we can concentrate on Bergen and Passaic counties, see what's going on. Eric, I hear that's a beautiful walk on the Brooklyn Bridge. Got Irvington Fire Dispatch making an appearance.
Appreciate that. Yeah, if it hasn't been done already, I just want to update the address. It's going to be 21017 Horace Harding Expressway North, off the corner of 210th Street. We removed all the vehicles. We just Acme PD for a report. EMS is coming up right behind us.
All right, 10-4, PD has it.
2610.
2242, Queens 446.
Hey, Gina, really? Pigeons? Oh, well, what, I guess we can say they're like chicken, right?
Received Black Corvette, full board at Springfield. 176, head that way.
We lower the voice, I mean the volume a little bit. I can hear my cat Smokey trying to get in, like
10-4, what's
sniffing by the door of the studio there, wanting to get in. Well, Gina, whatever it takes, right? I mean, it's meat. Oh, wait, hold on, let me, there we go. Fairlawn dispatch is a little quiet. Yeah, Gina, I definitely agree. Little salt and pepper, forget about it. We'll have a feast.
Ladder 41, you can return. We have the complaint.
Release not available, 22-44 hours.
I'm bummed out that Patterson is encrypted now. But we will still have their EMS and their fire dispatch.
I'll be on the motivation start vicinity, west side of Woodbine, New Jersey Bridge, when ready.
Just don't, please, nobody tell Bert from Bert and Ernie about the pigeons, please.
The B, last name Johnson, common spelling.
Sorry, guys, I had to mute the mic. They were getting ready to say the first name of that person. And, you know, we try to respect privacy as much as possible.
BLS was assisted. All in-civil command is going to terminate.
Gina, I remember we had a pig roast in the basement of all places in Patterson where they would have a pig. He was skewered on a stick. And they would be turning the pig constantly. And I remember they said, Freddie, I was a kid, grab his tail and we're going to take a picture of you. So there was a picture of me holding a pig's tail while the pig was roasting on a skewer over like coals in the basement. Yeah, Gina, that was, and the sad part is I could never eat any of that food.
I spoke to the undersheriff. We're gonna deploy the drone. He's gonna put it in motion so we can attempt it from the air. I receive. He's calling me now. Thanks, sir.
I could not eat anything that I met. Like I've seen their eyes alive. My mom would bring home. They would bring home live chickens that they would then unalive. I don't want to say the other word. And then they would cook it. I couldn't eat that chicken. I met that chicken. I couldn't eat it.
23 responding 64 Manel, please. Richard Court to Alpine Drive. Quarter wires down. Attention Squad 23 responding 64 Manel, please. Richard Court to Alpine Drive. Wires down. Timeout 2247. Operator 579.
Wires down in Teaneck. It's not particularly windy either. Gina, I was the same way. I'm like, oh, I can't eat this. I met that pig as he was like having fun, running around, going oink oink. I think Kermit the Frog was somewhere around there too. I couldn't do that to Kermit's lady.
Gardens to Park Avenue, potable water condition. Additional one is one found 160 West second floor. Melmore Gardens to Park Avenue, potable water condition. The time now is 2248.
Foxtrot 52, Whiskey Joseph Foxtrot.
All right, Karstad making another appearance.
They sent me back. The RO's wanted for weapons possession. Gilbert. What's up?
All right, let me turn New York off. Manage favorite list, select database, use major multiple lists. Let's turn off Manhattan. Let's turn off anything else, Queens and Brooklyn, because they'll be so busy and sometimes you can't even hear their what they're broadcasting because sometimes it chops up. All right, let's accept that.
Four, go ahead.
4 responding to Bridge Street and Arch Street on the 6th person. Male, phone number is 15180, time is 2249.
Sergeant.
The church,
Yeah, Sean, I remember on Broadway, my mom would get live chickens on Broadway. One of those side streets off of Broadway, those little streets with the markets.
Take a commercial burger alarm, 217, Route 46 West.
Oh, commercial burglar alarm. Oops. Let's monitor those guys, see what's going on. There we go. I'm so nosy.
DJ, showroom motion.
Yeah, Gina, actually around that year, 71, early 70s, mid 70s. I was a kid around that time and I remember how my mom would grab the chicken by the neck, and I don't want to get too graphic, but when I looked that chicken in the eye, I could not eat his flesh. I couldn't do it. So when she would make soup and that meat would be in the soup, I couldn't eat it. I tell you what though, if you were living on a farm and hunger was a thing, I'd be ripping that chicken. So we have officers responding to Saddlebrook on a burglar alarm to see if there's anyone in there.
Seven eight to 8 7 8 to 8 Headquarters, I'm arrived. 10-4.
Yeah, Gina, and I can imagine that food must taste really, really fresh. Okay, let's turn off Saddlebrook. Want to make sure we can hear all the other agencies before we call it a night. I figured maybe 11 o'clock would be good, right? 2.5 hours, 2.5 hour show. That's a long show and a long movie.
I just checked the Wawa, no sign, and I checked the bus station as well.
I don't know if these guys are looking for that child yet. This was the agency where that child was missing from Branch Brook Park, but it's getting late. So I don't know if there's any updates on that. I remember that, Sean. I remember the deer at Eastside Park. Vaguely, though, I was really young. Oh, wow, Gina, I didn't know that.
Headquarters. We'll be back in. All the info for the report. Both parties agreed to keep the peace for the remainder of the evening.
Well, that's good. Both parties decided to keep the peace. Very rare in this day and age.
His wife went to the hospital. I'm just trying to find out which one.
Well, it's good to know that even though Patterson is encrypted, the
AMS 7, you're responding to 59 Bird Street on a sick person crosses Patterson Ave and Wayne Ave. Preakness on.
it's good to know that Patterson EMS is basically responding to sick people, not murder victims or victims of crime, as many outsiders would have everyone believe.
AMS 6, be advised, mail will be on the second floor.
Go to EMS 6.
I'm keeping Patterson EMS and Fire Channel up for a little bit.
Received, it will be on the second floor.
It's received.
EMS 2 to dispatch. Do you have anything further or PD's on location?
Hey, Sean, I did a video there at Barber Mansion. If you get a chance, type in Pride in Patterson on YouTube, Abandoned Mansion.
I tried to call back,
And
but it
you'll
was a
see
third-party
that.
caller.
Oh, Gene, I think you would have made a great nurse.
PD is en route.
We're going to stick with Patterson for a little bit for the remainder, I think, of the channel, just to make sure we give Patterson its screen time that it deserves.
Appreciate it. We circled the area. Had nothing. EMS 4 is going to be transporting one to Joe's Patterson. EMS 2 to dispatch. We'll be available on a GOA. We'll get taken at Birch.
Receive 2257.
Oh, wow, Gina. So Vermont is happy to have you. That's for sure. They're very blessed to have you there.
EMS 7 received disregard.
EMS 7. You said you're disregarded?
Gina, do you know if that house is still standing on Colonial
EMS
Avenue?
7. Repeat your last transmission.
I don't remember driving on Colonial Avenue.
EMS 7 to dispatch. EMS 2 stated they would take 59 Birch. We're disregarded.
Received EMS 7.
It looks like it's still quiet in Patterson. Even if we don't have the police frequency, you can tell.
EMS 6, no one is disregarded.
You can tell by the EMS dispatch. You know, no one's murdered, no one's shot, no one's stabbed. It's usually sick people. Someone is sick, that kind of thing. So far.
Received 701.
Oh, okay. I may have to do a drive on Colonial one day just so you can see that street.
Received 23.
I might have already done it. I'm not sure. But if I ever get a chance to be up that way, I'll do a recording up there for you, so you can see Colonial Ave.
EMS 2 on scene.
So 23 o'clock.
Oh boy, it's 11 o'clock already. Time to sign off. Guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate the camaraderie, the community. It makes listening to the scanner so much more fun. And like I said, I do this all week, every night before we go to bed. We're watching a movie or we're reading a book or whatever in the evening. I usually have the scanner on very low. And I'm just glad to be able to share this with the subscribers. I really thank you guys very much.
We have a possible fire at 967 Madison Ave. Stand by for further info. Attention all companies. We have a possible fire at 967 Madison Ave. That's 20th Ave and 21st Ave on the cross. Stand by for further info.
All right, maybe we'll sign off after this call. I'm so nosy. I want to make sure everything's okay there before we sign off. After this call, though, I will be signing off. But I do want to make sure everything's okay at that call there. This was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Attention engine 1, engine 3, squad 6, engine 5, ladder 1, ladder 3, rescue 2, battalion 1, battalion 2, RAC unit, fire investigator. You're responding to
Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Gina and Eric. I'm going to stick around for a few more seconds here. I want to see what's going to happen here. This is where my nosiness comes into full effect.
Breezy Battalion 1, that's 967 Madison Ave, 20th Ave, 21st Ave on the cross. And be advised it's going to be in the basement.
Oh boy.
Tower received in the basement.
I tell my friends at work that I'm community minded. Hey Gina, I know it's tragic to think about buildings on fire, but as a kid, it's a lot of fun. I used to do the same thing. When there was a fire, we used to always run and check it out. I might, Eric, for sure. Yeah. I wish I could nail down a time for you in terms of like when I'll be on. But I would like to probably go on around 8 or 9, I hope.
Taiwan's in the area, we're checking.
If anything comes up that will require my attention elsewhere, I'll probably post it on the community page on my channel that I won't be able to go live, but I would love to. I really enjoy this. I mean, I'm home anyway, listening to the scanner.
Visible from the exterior, investigating.
All right, nothing visible from the exterior. So it looks like it might not be a fire. Which, contrary to popular belief, Patterson is not a burned down city, as other people would portray it to be. Thanks, Eric. Yeah, I'll definitely post it on the community page if I can't go live for whatever reason.
Investigating 2.5 story Type 5 wood frame. Are you danger 1 ladder 1 for the investigation?
All right, they're there. They're checking. We'll see what happens.
Breezy Battalion 1.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to miss Patterson Police Dispatch. I'm going to miss those calls. Going through the alley. Pursuit, we're going through the alley. Jeans, white t-shirt. And they go, give me the air, dispatch, give me the air.
Command calling dispatch. Only 10 custody, no extension. Hold engine 1, ladder 1. Battalion 1, return to the company.
So true, Sean. It's always cool to go down memory lane. We can't forget our history.
Dispatch, disregard medics, please.
All right, looks like it was unfounded. All right, that was a lot of fun. Let's turn the scanner off. It's always a sad time of the day. All right, guys, thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate hanging out with you guys. Thank you for spending a little bit of time. Oh, I think I can see my reflection right there. Wait, can I say hi? Oh, maybe not. Oh, well. All right, guys, thank you so much. Remember the 4 YouTube commandments: like, share, subscribe, and comment. And the 5th Angela Star commandment: be kind and be courteous. And I hope you guys have a good Saturday night. If you're going to go stay up late, you may. I don't know. Hopefully you guys don't have to do much. Let me disconnect the charger. Hopefully you guys don't have to do too much tomorrow morning. And I really, really do appreciate, it's a lot of fond memories with you guys as we're listening to the scanner. You guys have a good night. Thank you so much, Jared. I will. Gina, thank you again. Sean, Jared, Titus, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Let's see, did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody, right? At least those of you that are in the chat. We did have 12 people with us tonight, but they were not active in the chat. But that's quite all right. I don't mind the lurkers. I do the same thing when I join other people's live streams. I just lurk. All right, guys, have a good night, and we'll see you guys hopefully on the YouTube channels with the videos that we upload. You guys have a good night.